Last night at the iHeartRadio Music Awards show, Jennifer Hudson was not acting very well. Some people thought she was attempting to overshadow the gifted singer next to her during her duet performance with a real music star. The former American Idol contestant's loud and impolite behavior infuriated fans, who were quick to criticize her. Jennifer Hudson's boisterous and impolite behavior occurred during her duet with Cher. One of Cher's favorite songs, Do You Believe in Life After Love, was scheduled to be performed by this duo. Rather, Hudson made the duet a complete failure. Cher and Jennifer Hudson began their duet by holding hands while performing. They seemed to be benefiting from each other's abilities and enthusiasm. The tune then changed and became damaged. Jennifer Hudson decided to do something different rather than sing the final line of Do You Believe in Life After Love. Screaming into the microphone was her choice. Cher's and Jennifer Hudson's admirers were indignant and appalled. It's likely that many admirers questioned whether Hudson was deliberately attempting to undermine Cher. They were shocked that Hudson would act in such a way on the iHeartRadio Music Awards stage. Fans were taken aback by her performance alongside one of the best vocalists of all time, Cher. When Jennifer Hudson shouted on stage, while singing Do You Believe in Life After Love with Cher, the fans didn't waste any time reacting. Her boisterous and impolite behavior at the iHeartRadio Music Awards did not sit well with them at all. Soon after, the fans began to express their grievances and opinions against the former American Idol contestant. Cher was swiftly defended by fans. In response, one fan said, "Cher is one of the most gracious women in the world to stand there and let nobody scream over her like that. That final scream was really needless." Another admirer said, "I wanted to hear more of Cher." Another admirer wanted to know what Hudson was thinking. The admirer said, "Really, chill out, Jennifer. Why are you trying to outdo Cher?" As Jennifer Hudson shouted on stage while performing Do You Believe in Life After Love, alongside singing legend, one fan thought they knew what Cher was thinking. That fan said, "Cher couldn't believe it at the end." Share your thoughts with us. Cher and Jennifer Hudson performed at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. Did you catch it? When Jennifer Hudson yelled on stage, what do you suppose she was thinking? Leave a remark in the space provided below. Jennifer Hudson has long been recognized for her remarkable voice, which propelled her from a Chicago church choir to the international arena. She is a Grammy-winning singer, an Oscar-winning actor, and currently an Emmy-winning talk show presenter. However, her name has become popular for a completely other purpose in recent weeks, and her fans are not thrilled about it. What started out as a few internet remarks has now exploded into a contentious discussion on social media, in entertainment forums, and even in daytime television circles. Fans are demanding explanations, accountability, or at the absolute least a shift in tone in response to what they labeled Jennifer Hudson's loud, interruptive, and occasionally rude on-air behavior. Bigger problems concerning audience expectations, celebrity personas, and how rapidly public opinion can shift when supporters feel ignored or insulted are brought up by the increasing volume of criticism. This is a thorough examination of what the fans are saying, what caused the commotion, and how Jennifer Hudson's staff might handle the situation. The spark that started the fire, a clip from the Jennifer Hudson show that went viral on TikTok and X, previously Twitter, showed Hudson interrupting a guest in the middle of their sentence to make a passionate remark about her own experience, sparking the controversy. Fans observed more than just the interruption. The guest's story was entirely eclipsed by the volume and intensity of her response, which was an enthusiastic outburst of comments. It's her show, but does she really need to take over every conversation? One fan commented. Soon after, someone else commented, "She doesn't read the room, she's loud, and she's over the top." Similar scenes from earlier episodes were brought back to life by the snowballing clip. Compilations put together by TikTok creators highlight frequent disruptions when the guests were clearly uncomfortable. Hudson would interrupt them with loud laughing and bring the conversation back to herself. After just 48 hours, the discussion turned from a little criticism to a broad discussion about whether Jennifer Hudson's talk show demeanor had gone too far from being energetic to being rude. Fans claim that the behavior isn't new, but it's only now being acknowledged. Many viewers claimed that this conduct has been consistent, while others justified Hudson's exuberance as a normal aspect of her large personality. Longtime admirers identified instances in which Hudson's loudness sounded excessive or inappropriate during award events, interviews, and behind-the-scenes videos. They cited exchanges from American Idol, interviews on the red carpet, and previous talk show performances in which she sometimes overpowered interviewers or other performers. The spotlight is now different. Since Hudson's show is in its second season, the novelty has worn off and viewers are becoming more interested in the specifics, particularly her interactions with visitors. The discussion intensifies as more people take notice. Others are expressing that they've had enough. It's disrespect, not passion. The most violent charges: there is a distinction between being enthusiastic and being careless, according to many critics. Among the remarks on social media are, "She never lets anyone finish a sentence. Watching it is draining. She doesn't know when to tone it down and is too loud. If you won't allow guests to speak, why invite them? Every story she tells is about herself. I really enjoyed her music, but her hosting is getting to be too much." The way Jennifer Hudson uses her voice in private conversational settings is what fans find problematic, not her voice per se. The annoyance is particularly acute when visitors share delicate or emotional tales and are interrupted by Hudson's chuckles, yells, or anecdotes. Some viewers refer to this as performative empathy, contending that rather than listening, Hudson makes an excessive effort to fit herself into her guests' stories. The thin line that separates overpowering from genuine Jennifer Hudson has always exuded fullness, full energy, full voice, and full emotion. It adds to her charm and brand. She laughs with her whole body, sings unabashedly, and speaks passionately. That's precisely why a lot of her admirers find her admirable. But that same energy can backfire in a talk show setting. Talk show hosts need a certain set of abilities: timing constraint, active listening, conversational rhythm, and emotional sensitivity. Balance between showcasing self and spotlighting others. These skills don't often translate properly for singers or actresses who are used to controlling the stage, not sharing it. It's not uncommon for superstars transferring into talk show roles to struggle initially. Kelly Clarkson faced criticism early on for oversharing and interrupting guests. Drew Barrymore was called too emotional. Nick Cannon was accused of being too self-centered. Even Oprah had viral backlash moments in her early years. But in Hudson's case, followers think the issue has persisted long enough to urge change. Supporters come to her defense: it's not all criticism. A substantial portion of fans think that the response is excessive. They say, her energy is part of her charm, her excitement emanates from a genuine place. People are unfairly nitpicking her personality. Successful black women are frequently singled out on social media for tone policing. These recordings are sometimes altered to create drama or lack context. These enthusiasts point out that there aren't many complaints from show visitors. Hudson's warmth and candor appear to delight many. She frequently calms anxious guests with her laughs. They contend that she is relatable because of her authenticity, which includes her excessive excitement. Supporters also note that Jennifer Hudson's talk show is built around celebration, empowerment, and human connection, not hard journalism. Even though her interruptions lack polish, they are motivated by emotion rather than ego. With neither side willing to concede, the argument between the detractors and the supporters has grown more heated. Where is the line between performance and public persona? The nature of daytime television adds complexity to this dispute. Talk show hosts must be personable, involved, emotionally open, impulsive, and energetic. However, they also need to be balanced, composed, and disciplined, qualities that don't always fit with Hudson's large personality. In smaller, more intimate conversations, her volume, which is a strength on stage, can come across as overwhelming. Her passion, which audiences love when she performs, might not fit nicely during private storytelling sessions. The public expects talk show hosts to read the room. Additionally, the criticism implies that fans think Hudson occasionally fails to accomplish that. Internal sources producers of claims know. According to Entertainment Insiders, producers of The Jennifer Hudson Show are aware of the criticism and monitoring viewer reactions closely. Although they have not released a statement to the public, it has been reported that internal discussions have started about adjusting Jennifer's hosting style, adding conversational coaching, adjusting the formats of episodes, avoiding over-reliance on unscripted excitement, putting a focus on listening techniques. Industry pros often assist hosts enhance their approach over time. Clarkson went through comparable coaching during her debut season. In her early years, Oprah frequently asked for feedback. Hudson may be entering the similar phase of refining. The stakes are high for Hudson's talk show career. The identity of Jennifer Hudson's show is still being discovered. In the congested daily scene, every debate, big or small, matters. Viewer satisfaction affects syndication decisions, renewals, advertising partnerships, ratings, confidence in the guest interest network. The program may suffer long-term repercussions if the negative sentiment keeps growing. The show's branding and distribution have been substantially invested in by co-producers Warner Bros. And NBC. They probably won't let an avoidable problem stop the momentum. Fans, however, are making it known that they want changes. Not a cancellation. Not a penalty. Just better. Indirectly, Jennifer Hudson has previously responded. Although Hudson hasn't explicitly responded to the recent criticism, she has previously admitted that she is a passionate, high-energy person who occasionally gets carried away. She has acknowledged in previous interviews that she is noisy. I am aware of that. That's who I am, even though I try to tone it down. I become enthusiastic and get right in. I'm working on it. I speak from the bottom of my heart. These instances demonstrate self-awareness. Additionally, they imply that if the criticism gets too much, Hudson might be willing to change her strategy once more.